So, Katie, you were in church and your priest said something you thought you'd never hear a priest say ever?
Never, ever thought I would hear my priest tell the entire congregation, first of all, sit down, because we were all standing up getting ready to to leave. Mass was over.
Oh, it was over.
And he said, have a seat. And we thought, uh-oh.
Someone's in trouble.
We're going to get in. And it turns out, yes, half of us were in trouble. The ladies were told by our priest to stop flushing our feminine products. Just never
Really?
in a million years thought that I would be hearing from my priest about sanitary products.
Right.
Is it clogging up the drains or something?
Oh, it clogged up big time. And it cost the church thousands of dollars and a lot of manpower to unclog it and fix it. And so I thought, that's got to be, you make a lot of announcements. You talk to a lot of people.
Sure,
you hear a lot of things as a priest, So I don't anticipate that he was feeling embarrassed, but I thought of all the announcements that he has to make.
That could maybe be an email.
That's going to be the one where it's like,
the newsletter.
I don't really want to make it.
Yeah.
I don't really, but it just cost thussands of dollars to fix,
Yeah.
You can
So
tell
have
the
to
priest
say,
was pissed if he was going to do that.
Yeah.
If he was going to actually make them sit down and wait,
Yep.
he had it. He had a bad day.
yeah,
and at the
it
end-
just must have been having to
big
do
problem.
is a big deal.
Big problem.
Yeah.
Especially any person at church, really anything.
Yeah.
Like if a meeting's supposed to end at 12 and it's 12:01, people are itching to get out.
Sure.
Even at work, like, really? Are we still talking about this? But especially at church where it's like hard and fast. We're done.
Yeah, we're done.
And everyone's like, all right, we're getting ready. People are thinking about they're going to eat after church. They can't wait, whatever.
He goes, not so
No,
fast.
sit down.
Have a seat.
And I like how he
Have a
said
seat.
women.
Well,
Knock it off.
Yeah.
Women and Jared. Please stop.
How did he know? I'm like taking the tampon out of the toilet. I'm
I
like,
didn't mean to put that there.
how did he know?
Does Jared stop on his way home? Pull off into this church real quick.
Which location?
It's Horsepen Creek. It's St. Paul's.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
I grew up on that road. Yeah.
So, and I told my mom.
So true.
I called her and I'm like, oh, guess what? And I told her, and she was like, well, that's rude. I said, well, he said it, Mom, in a funny, kind of in a funny way.
Like, hey.
He said it in a way that he was helping out the plumbers too, and he didn't like it.
You're right.
Yeah.
Or he was like, I cannot believe I have to make this announcement. But I didn't realize this because I've just never thought of it before. I will flush a tampon.
No.
Yes.
You're not supposed to.
I know, but I do. I will say, but honestly, I can say, because I would have to go.
Environmentalist Katie is flushing tampons?
Wow.
If you had to.
They're not all organic?
Dispose. Sometimes they are.
Made out of
Depends on
leaves?
if they were on sale.
Oh.
If you had to. I'm trying to.
Butt wipes. I don't flush them.
You don't
No.
ever.
No.
Not a single
Even though
one of
they
them.
say flushable wipes.
You
Yes,
don't
you're not
flush a
supposed
butt
to
wipe.
because they've been causing huge problems for
Like
it,
septic
it
tanks?
says it on the package, but that's like a marketing thing. If you ask any plumber or any even a city municipal, do not flush. It causes big problems.
What's the word?
I think it's municipal.
Whatever. I was like, that ain't it.
This is the one take. This take right here is what keeps Jason independent.
You're right.
This is the one that he's like, but I know socially.
This is it.
I know my voting record says one thing, but I won't flush a wipe.
How dare you if you do?
Yeah.
Well,
How dare you?
Katie, first of all, I have a septic.
Disgusting.
And it does say septic.
Yep.
It's okay for septic. When I get it pumped, he's like, do not flush. Okay, that's the first thing.
Sure.
Then you have billboards in every bathroom here that say do not flush it. So I don't.
They weren't always there, but I
Right.
know. Like,
Causing
okay,
issues.
let me just say, I'm trying. What I was trying to
He
do
could have
is
said that. He
What?
could have said, instead of just saying the women.
No,
No,
I
he
like him
didn't-
putting the women in their place.
Stop it.
Just so they know.
Don't position him that
No,
way.
I'm sure
he
he's-
listens. Hello.
He's obviously a man of God.
No, he is saying, he was like, I'm speaking primarily to the women. But here's the thing. I bet you, and I'm just going to say it, I bet you Jared's the kind of guy that
Don't
would be
turn it on
changing
me.
the diaper and would just take the diaper wipe and throw it in the toilet.
Yes.
People have been doing that as well.
No, I don't. I put it in the diaper and then I throw it in the local stream or lake.
See? So there.
No, but
I'm the
Katie,
middleman.
to your point, I'm sure there's plenty of people that are doing diaper wipes and butt wipes and what. And he could have easily said everybody sit down. Instead, he was like, I've had it with these women.
No,
Yeah.
that's not at all. And I'm not trying to paint him into a corner, but it was because it came,
Yeah, I
guess, primarily from that bathroom. But so what I was going to say is that I really thought, have I ever flushed a tampon? And I can say, otherwise I would have to go to confession because I'm lying.
Oh, yes.
I have never flushed a tampon at church.
At church.
Now, here in this building, all day long.
I wouldn't say that.
And I have for years.
Yeah, Katie doesn't even on her
Until
period.
it's
She's just dropping them in there.
Just like,
Flush,
has anybody got a tampon I can
Unused.
use? Let me flush it.
I wouldn't say
Unused.
that until there's a big problem. The plumbing company comes and like, who has been flushing tampons? And we have a recording now of Katie.
What are you going to do?
I
Test
think Katie
it?
take a whole box of just Tampax.
Yeah.
She just takes a whole box of Tampax and just throws it in there.
Yeah.
It's
And I don't even open them
It's not even
first.
open. Just flushes it.
Sorry, nobody
Potato
can use
down.
the toilets today because Katie's tampons.
No.
You know what's funny to think about? Sorry, Katie.
Yeah.
What's funny to think about is like at Jason's house and other people who use butt wipes. Their garbage can right next to their
Yes.
thing
Yes,
is full
full.
of doo doo.
Full of doo-doo.
Yeah.
And then if
It's
you
like
think
wiping
about
your
it,
butt with toilet paper and just throwing it in the trash can.
No, it's not.
Yes,
It
it
is
is.
Similar. There's doo doo
It's
on
similar, but here's the difference.
Wet
If
doo-doo.
you wipe with the toilet paper first, that gets 95% of it. And normally, people that don't use butt wipes would just put their pants back on and have 5% poop still in their crack.
That's also true.
But-
Well, it's not being flushed down the toilet.
Yeah.
So
Right, but it's on your crack.
Yeah.
If you're
So
a true
now,
environmentalist, you would just have the dirty butt.
your underwear.
I'm not a true environmentalist, but I will say when you get the extra 5% that you didn't realize was there before you started using butt wipes, and then you see, there's a hint of tan on this.
Yeah.
Then you know you get the rest of it, and that goes in.
The
Yeah,
thing that
that's
you
true.
do not understand because you have never had to do this is when a tampon needs to be changed, imagine taking that and then getting a wad of toilet paper and then putting it and rolling it and if the trash can's not right beside you or there's not the little bags that are supplied for you, or if you go into a stall in a public bathroom, you have the little basket right beside you at the toilet, then you're carrying it in your across to go. It's so much
Yeah.
easier
Well, I'm
when the
sorry
toilet
that
is
God
just right
made
there.
you like that, but I will say this: why don't you tell the
complaining
priest?
about that.
Tell the priest to get one of the canister things you
I
said.
don't. They have those there
Oh,
at
what
the
are you
church.
complaining about?
I'm complaining about work. I
It's-
don't flush the tampons at church. I
there.
just said that. I flush them here all day long.
You know, while we're complaining about work, I've noticed we don't have a handicap ramp now, and we also don't have an elevator. And
What?
yeah.
I
Is this-
just fractured my knee, and so this is very important to
I
me
like
now.
how
Where's
there
the
are
elevator and
people
the ramps?
who have needed it forever and ever and ever in this building, and now you care. You will park in the handicap space out front to charge
Right.
your Tesla.
I pulled in today and was genuinely surprised his car wasn't in the handicap spot.
Yeah, you know what? I am too.
Yeah.
I actually am.
Well,
thought today
because
would be the day
I'm
you would do it.
I'm very considerate unless I need to charge my Tesla. And for the record, if I could park inside the building, I would.
We know.
Yeah.
Yes, you should be for these rights for the people who have needed it all along.
I
If
am
you could be
for it. I'm not
broadcasting,
against it.
if you could be broadcasting from your car right now, you'd do it.
Even before
bed.
we had anyone, if we had anyone who works here that needs an elevator, but even before
They're
that,
SOL.
they are. I
Yeah.
would want an elevator for myself.
Oh my gosh!
You would take it. He
We
would
need
take
one
it.
of those special ones that like is real obvious. It's not enclosed in that people sometimes have to get. It's like a crane lift thing.
It's like a cargo
And Jared's using it to go get a soda.
I would. I'm like, if I can have a
What is that sound? We're on the air. Jared's going downstairs.
oh, a chairlift.
Yeah, the chairlift.
That might
chair
be
lift.
cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so money.
I feel like it would also work for
Go
the
all the
stair.
way
It
around.
would. Yeah.
Yeah.
If we have the landing,
Yeah.
and then it turns, and so you have space for the chair to go.
You like buckle up to get in it.
I think it would work.
You know, as long as it's not being used.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we can have a cargo elevator installed, and then if like a gurney that Squid can put me on, and he can just roll me into the elevator and put up and down. That'd
Okay,
be great.
Instead of all of that, can we just get like the little baggies to put my tampons in?
Or
if you don't want
that.
me to flush them.
How about all
like,
the
can we
above?
just? How about that?
Yeah.
Let's start with something simple like a cargo elevator, and then work back to the plastic bags.
But you guys don't have to do it, so you.
No, I don't think about
so
it.
you're like people can be outraged of, oh, I can't believe don't flush. Oh, mostly just Jason. I don't think you guys
I'm
care.
not ready.
I
Well,
don't think
then
you guys
maybe
care.
Katie, you start wearing the cloth, reusable, washable.
Yeah, maybe
ones
you
that
should,
they have.
Katie.
Or the cup.
Oh, the cup, even better.
Nothing grosses me out more than the
Throw up
cup.
right now.
I know that your wife is a proponent of the cup, Matt. I know she likes the cup.
She tried it, and we had a conversation,
I
and she's no
can't.
longer a cup.
I can't.
Brothers and sisters, especially the sisters, sit down. Stop flushing your cups, your period cups, down the potty.
May your cups runneth over.
Oh, God.
And that will be all.
Oh,
It's
Lord,
not in our
no.
plumbing.
See you Wednesday and Sunday.
Awful.
St. Paul's.
Not in the Catholic Church. Just Saturday or Sunday.
Oh, y'all don't do Wednesday activities
I think.
for
Well,
the
I think
youth?
maybe they'll do some youth things.
I was
I
saying
don't.
for the- for
I don't
youth.
know for sure, but
Oh,
isn't,
okay.
isn't the Baptists? Don't they go to a church service on Sunday or
Wednesday night, yeah.
we don't have.
Is it church service or is it a youth type thing?
No, well, they kind of break it down. So it's almost like they'll have a Sunday school kind of thing for
okay.
the youth, but Wednesday night it tends to be an older age. So like teenagers will go off with the youth group, but then they have a regular service for anybody else who wants to go.
Okay.
Oh, is that in lieu of Sunday or both?
No, they do both.
Yeah, I've always heard that you go to
Wow.
church on Sundays.
Wow.
Now, as Catholics have daily mass. You can attend a daily mass, and then I like to go. When my children, I'm available to go to a 4:30 in the evening on Saturday, I love that because typically I'm able to go by myself and to like really have this moment, and focus and the whole. But then we talk about tampons, and I was like, man, my brain's really out there.
I forgot everything you taught us about a parable from the Savior.
I don't
But
even think that there's plumbing. Do you know, like plumbing doesn't even cross my mind
Right.
when I'm in the church, in the beautiful church,
Yeah.
And then to have just bring you back like that, I thought, oh boy, okay. But I've never done it. I've never flushed a tampon there.
yeah.
So I need to be better about it at work, I guess.
Well-
but not till we get those baggies.
Well, Jason is like really into his church now. I think he goes more than
Yes.
everybody.
Yes.
And he meets with his pastor and stuff. This cracked me
Why
up.
do you do that?
Meets with and goes to
Why
lunch with.
do you do that?
Why do I do
Because
what?
you do. We
This-
think
Are you
it's great.
ashamed of Pastor
Just
Jonathan?
be authentic. That's not the truth.
That is
Jason.
authentic. Okay, here's the truth.
It is the
so
truth.
I was on a date with my girlfriend at a hamburger place, Joey's Burger Bar.
Yes.
And we were eating a hamburger, watching one of the games, watching Carolina. And I get a text from Jason that said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I said, "Oh, I'm at Joey's. That's the name of the restaurant. I'm at the restaurant." And he goes, "I'm right next door at Craft and Vine. Come by." And I was like, "Oh, well, we just ordered, but maybe we're watching the game." So I go over there, and Jason's over there. And there's this long table of like 15, they put like several tables like those.
It's a friendship
Like
table.
a high top.
Yeah, okay, friendship table, high top friendship table.
Okay.
I guess it's a friendship table.
Yeah.
And there's like 15 people. I would say mostly in their 60s. And Jason, I was like, and then Jason's like talking to somebody, but he's wearing like his Patriots hat and stuff. So he didn't look like everyone else that was there.
Okay.
And I go, is this your group? Is this like your hangout group? This, a bunch of older people. They seemed very nice. He goes, "Oh yes, my church group. We all met here for like a church outing." And I'm like,
What?
Whoa!
So that's genuine. That's
It
genuine.
That's
became a
not
fellowship table.
For the
wow,
record.
fellowship table. Yeah.
Exactly. That's not true. That was the most. I didn't think you were going to believe me. No, I didn't know any of those people. I had 15 people earlier that were there, but they all left because they had to go get my daughter from the Summit Church organization thing.
Right. Your daughter
That's
had
what
to
you got
leave
confused.
a
It was
church
loud in there.
activity
You
to-
weren't hearing me right, so I just let it go. It was 15
Is that when
people that dropped off their kids at the Summit Church movie thing night that came there for a couple hours, waited for them to go get them back. The people that were at the friendship table were some random birthday party, and that guy just happened to be from up north talking about the Patriots and Dunkin' Donuts.
Now, random birthday party and
I'm
Jason.
sorry. I only thought that because that's what you told me.
I'm so confused. So not your church friends?
No.
So, but but earlier in the evening, I guess before I got there was a church activity.
Yes.
Oh.
With his, of his brothers and sisters from the congregation. So yeah, but he's not involved in his church at all.
I didn't say you're not involved. It's not one extreme to the other. Do I go there?
I'm
Do I
happy for
appreciate
you.
it? Do I appreciate it? Yes. Do I support my wife who goes there? Yes. Do I think it's a good thing for people to hear what they're doing now? Because
So
we're
what's
way
the
after the
problem?
Crusades.
On a Friday night, do you go with your friend? We go with all your church friends out? Yes.
No, they're not. They don't. Half of them don't even go to that church. They went to a kids.
But half
it was
of
a
them
kids
do?
or-
But their kids are at the church.
You went to. I think your daughter went to a Summit Church event.
No, she was singing at the church.
No,
but
no. This
no,
was a
my-
movie night
My
thing.
son went.
Oh,
No,
my.
I have pictures of your daughter. I was sending you.
Oh,
I
that's
said-
right. That was so weird.
It
That's
was
creepy.
Side out.
Yeah.
It was a Summit Church event in Oak Ridge Park where there was like 1,000 people there with
yeah.
this.
Oh, Oak Ridge Park. Yeah. Wasn't at the church.
Well,
But it's
the
not
whole
that she
event
wouldn't
was
go. Yeah, they do a lot of events.
Yeah.
Do they flush their tampons at Summit?
I don't know.
Ask Pastor
I have no
Jonathan.
idea.
It's so new and fancy that they
But, no,
probably.
I appreciate everything that's there, but I have my beliefs and ways, which is agnostic for the most part.
In the
Okay.
last
And
12 months,
I question everything.
That's fine.
And I look at things that they say about or just glimpses and stuff like that, kind of different. But yeah,
Okay, well, yeah, that's fine. I mean, everyone that goes to any church probably they question things, or what do I believe, what do I don't believe. Everyone in this room, and you can see this on our cameras. Raise your hand if you've had lunch with your pastor in the last 12 months. Jason.
oh yeah, I have.
Oh,
You should raise both
So
hands
that-
because
what
it's
does that
happened
mean?
twice.
Oh, just wondering.
Both
Just a
hands.
little, from Matt's
I
hand.
have post service on a Sunday,
Okay,
but he's also related to part of my family.
that doesn't count if
Oh,
they're
yeah,
relative.
no,
yeah,
that's
so
true.
they're a relative.
So just Jason. Okay, just,
I would, but now that I've spoken about the tampons, I don't know that our priest would want to have lunch with me, but I'm open.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, whatever.
yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
great. It's good for you.
No, I think I appreciate it. Doesn't, but you don't. You're positioning and defining me. It's like
It's not
Oh, as a
positioning.
good person?
Yes, it's
Sorry.
a
Yeah,
good thing.
don't
We
want
support
that.
it.
No,
no, I am intrigued.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a brilliant speaker. I think that the church does a lot of good for the community, and I think that I love the music. That's my favorite part of the entire thing. That's why my gym hype music. And then, so it's and then when I go there, I have a really major sense of anxiety relief after the service.
That is such a
Okay.
good thing.
Yes.
Called the
So those-
spirit.
Yes.
Those are the things that I like about that, and my wife, and then I like to hear about it and learn about it because you got to remember, I don't know anything about religion, so I hear about
You're
these things. And I'm
learning.
like, what?
That
Yeah.
was exciting.
You know what I'm saying? I thought the rapture was real because Blondie sang it. I didn't know.
Blondie sang
It really is
Can
like a mixed bag for you, isn't it?
I have no idea. I have no idea about anything.
I don't know. Blondie sang about it.
I just learned
Who's
now.
Blondie? What's
if you,
Blondie?
If you really want to know,
A band.
I just it was like a disco
Yeah.
punk rap band. I just learned now, Katie,
Yes.
that Jesus
Mhm.
is technically God because he's the Son of God. Didn't know that.
Oh,
Nope.
3 in 1.
And I just learned now that God's invisible. I don't know if that's for all religions, but I didn't know that.
Not all.
Not for all.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's another photo of God somewhere
What?
because Jesus is Jesus's photo, which is the Son of God. Where's the God photo? What does he look like in some churches?
I can send you some.
Yeah.
Send me.
It's not going to be the same as.
Yeah,
It's, yeah.
because we
it's
believe
different
God.
for
We
ev-
believe
yes.
God and Jesus are two separate beings in our church.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
But some churches believe they're
It's
all one.
Yes,
Yes.
correct.
We believe they're
Yes.
one in purpose.
Now, is that but the more universal belief is one?
Yeah, they're just
Yes.
one.
I have no
Yes.
idea.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it even more confusing that since
Father, the
Jared's
Son, the Holy Spirit.
Jared's
Amen.
Mormon, but that's the basis also of it's part of the Christianity religion.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That there's different views about that within the own Christianity religion. Do you see how
Oh, there's
confusing
so
that is?
many
Sure,
different views.
yeah.
Don't know religion at all.
Yes,
Yes.
it's very
Yes,
confusing.
it's very.
It's confusing if you're religious sometimes. If you start like, well, what do you believe? Oh, I believe that too. Oh, I don't believe that, but
very
but we have
confusing. But
probably more in common than not.
he does explain in a way that I pick up on it, and I'm listening intently.
Yeah, he's like, so Tom Brady. Yeah. so imagine Jesus is Tom Brady.
You're-
All right, and then
Didn't he start with some sports reference
Yes,
or
he
something
did.
last time? So you were really hooked.
Right off the bat, no, he was just like the Carolina thing.
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
Jason, when I saw you, can I say what you were on a mission to find out that night from that guy or no? It made me
No.
laugh.
Well,
No,
now
okay.
we want to know.
Okay, never
Don't
mind.
do that.
Okay,
Secrets do not make friends.
I
No, no.
asked
Katie
first.
doesn't want to hear it.
Oh, she
Oh,
wouldn't
then it was
care.
probably politics.
Correct.
It was probably your politics.
Now,
trying to figure out who he voted for.
Jason,
That's
do you
all
think that's going to make friends?
But he wouldn't just ask him. He just was like, I'm asking questions around it to try to figure it out.
I actually agree with
were
that.
alive.
Don't just ask.
So when Jason introduced him to me, I said, he wants to know who you voted for. And he started laughing, and he didn't really answer.
No,
but anyway.
yeah, I just was doing. You never know.
Jason is such a unique person.
You never know.
It's like
and-
a Friday night. He's like, I want to know who you voted for.
God.
And I think I know, but I'm not for sure. I'm like, just ask him if you're so curious.